Howdy nerds! We have comic books and literature to discuss this time around. This is actually a shorter section, I should say. It comes from a much longer video that I like to call The Week in Nerddom. You can find the full video over on the main channel at Generally Nerdy on YouTube or over on Rumble, Generally Nerdy. You can go check it out there as well. But since we're here, we might as well get to it. This is comic books and literature, all of the written stuff that we have that's worth talking about, I guess I should say. Comic books and books for this episode is gonna be pretty DC-centric. We have Grant Morrison returning to the DC fold. We also have the Dawn of DC initiative, I believe is a campaign. Campaign. Dawn of DC campaign is rolling out some stuff, so we got to talk about that. That's a lot of things in and of itself, so let's just jump right in. First up, Grant Morrison returning for Multiversity, the book that he started with the New 52 years ago that kind of didn't really go anywhere because they've since rebooted the universe again because, you know, DC. But Grant is returning. This is one of the greatest comic book authors of all time, and honestly, probably one of the most divisive comic book authors of all time. I might have referred to Grant as he, and we're supposed to refer to them as they. So Grant has recently come out as non-binary, gender fluid, something. So yeah, that's the divisiveness, but this is going to be part of the 2023 DC Pride special issue. I believe this is the third year that they've done this. Makes sense that Grant Morrison would be the one that they bring in to do this because, again, non-binary things. It's going to be a prestige format book, 104 pages, due out May 30th. There's a bunch of other stuff in that book aside from the Grant Morrison story for Multiversity, but I mean, come on, it's Grant Morrison. How is that not the only thing that we need to talk about to make you want to check out that book or not check out that book? Either way, it's how it goes. So let's talk about the Dawn of DC. Dawn of DC, they have announced 3 new books as well as 2 very special books for the Dawn of DC campaign. Those 3 new books is we have the Dawn of DC Primer. So presumably, because it's called the Primer, it's going to be coming out before the rest of the things. This is a free book. May 16th is when you'll be able to see it in comic book shops. Again, free book. I think that might be free comic book day, because that's usually within the first 2 weeks of May is generally when they have it. I don't remember what free comic book day is going to be for 2023, so we'll probably have to do a follow-up on this next week. But yeah, May 16th when you can get the free DC Primer. It's going to be an Amanda Waller book, written by Joshua Williamson, art by Leandro Fernandez. Dawn of DC's secrets, threats, and connective stories in 2023 and beyond. Again, going to be a big one, even though it's free, so that's going to be cool. Next is the new Steelworks book. This is super freaking noteworthy because it is going to be co-written by none other than Michael Dorn, whom I have had the pleasure of interviewing. I'm super excited to talk about that. But yeah, Michael Dorn will be writing the not-to-be-missed Steelworks, art by Sami Basri, who's done previous work with Harley Quinn. The real quick synopsis is: the Metropolis of the future is here today. Can it survive a terrorist who's out for revenge against its builder, John Henry Irons, a.k.a. Steel, and his company, Steelworks? Yeah, just the fact they're roping in Michael Dorn to do this, I'm kind of excited about that because Dorn is such a unique voice in the nerd community. Yeah, I will reference the interview that I did with him probably till the end of time because he's one of my favorite next gen stars. So yeah, love Michael Dorn. It's pretty awesome. Let's move to the next one, and the next book is Hawk Girl. We have a new Hawk Girl book that was announced for DC's Dawn of DC campaign. Oh, it's such a mouthful. Hot Girl is going to be a brand new adventure with sky-high action. Adventure intrigue begins in Hot Girl by Jadzia Axelrod, who's previously done Galaxy, The Prettiest Star, and Amanse. I am not going to say these names correctly, and I apologize. See, I'm tired. It's 1 a.m. Amanse Nahuelpan, I think is maybe how that's said, who has previously worked on Wonder Woman. That's all they really gave us for that one. So the two books, the two special edition books, I should say, are the 800th issue of both Flash and Wonder Woman. So Flash 800, DC Comics is relaunching the Flash after 800. Kind of. The legacy numbering is going to continue, but they're going to start a new story arc that starts with number 1. The book 800 is going to be written... Where's the team? I have it in the notes. I know I put it in here. There we go. Some of the team, anyway. Iconic creators including Simon Spurrier and Mike Deodato Jr. These two are also going to be the new creative team as of September, when that new number 1 rolls out for the Flash. I believe after Flash number 800, they shift focus over to Wally West, if I'm remembering the announcement properly. Next is that Wonder Woman book that we talked about a second ago. DC Comics announcing new creative team for Wonder Woman. It's going to be also an 800. So Wonder Woman 800, Flash 800, both are going to be prestige format books. Going to be really big. Number of authors, artists, so on and so forth. It's going to upcoming run with Tom King, Daniel Sampierre, who will be the creative team as of number 1, also starting in September. Before that, Wonder Woman 800 will feature the conclusion of Becky Cloonan and Michael W. Conrad's Whatever Happened to the Warrior of Truth, and contributions from Joel Jones, Jen Bartel. That's the one that I had all of the many more anyway of the creative team involved. Jen Bartel, Daniel Sampierre, and others. Wonder Woman 800. Diana battles to escape vivid dreams, and the future of her role as Wonder Woman is uncertain. Though, obviously, if the story continues past issue 800, not that uncertain. Just saying. Comic books. Let's talk now about comic books and books. Suggestions for the week. Suggestion this week. I'm going to say go Convergence. It's New 52, so it's pretty back and forth. Like... It's one of the shorter books from the New 52. It's one of the more all-encompassing books from the New 52. It's some of the better writing from the New 52. So yeah, Convergence, I really dig it. Go check it out. That is your suggestion for the week. Once again, nerds, that was a short section that comes from a longer video on the main channel, Generally Nerdy, YouTube or Rumble. Take your pick. I'm on both. You can go find it there. You can go find all of the other news there as well, including the live episode. We do a live episode roughly once a week, every Friday evening. You can join the conversation live, or you can just leave comments here on this one or any of the other ones you find on the Clips channel. Thank you very much, nerds. We've got other news to discuss in other videos, but while we're getting out of here, don't forget that if it's generally nerdy, it's probably here.